Let's face it, Walt Disney World vacations are magical, but there are some things not to do on that Disney trip that could interfere with the magic. Let's prevent those things by going over them together. Oh my gosh, I forgot my magic band at home or in the resort or in the car. Not to worry anymore, that has changed with Magic Mobile. Now, it's true that you could have used your annual pass holder card or just your standard ticket if you had forgot your magic band, but that's one of the things that just has made things so much easier. So that's not one of the mistakes for today. That's just an idea. Let's move on to them.
Biggest mistake you can make in 2021, not getting a park reservation. They are absolutely critical to getting into the park. Without them, you will not be allowed to enter. You can show up, ticket in hand. You purchased it well in advance, and you say, okay, I'm ready for a magical day, touch that touch point, and they say, I'm sorry, you don't have a park reservation. It's critical, absolutely critical to have that park reservation.
I cannot begin to tell you how important it is to get those park reservations, because otherwise you can't make your way into the park. But let's pretend for a moment you've made all your reservations and you can't make any more, and you go on a certain day and you say, you know what, I want to switch plans on that day. Park hopping is allowed. So you can still go to the park that you originally planned and then go to the park that you want to hop to after 2 p.m. Now, if you do want to go to a different park to start the day, if it's really close to your adventure, I actually recommend holding off on that, because otherwise you may end up not getting a park reservation at all on that day. So it's better off to go to that, let's say Epcot, and then park hop to Magic Kingdom, rather than trying to change reservations and then having no reservations at all.
This one really is important. Just to go back to our example, if you are planning that park reservation is for Epcot, but you rather start your day at Magic Kingdom, it opens earlier, you just want to start there, no problem. If it's close enough to that reservation day, it's coming up really soon, maybe let's just say less than a month away. It's a good number to go off of. If it's less than a month away, you may want to wait. Check the calendar in the description of this video to see what's available, but it's better off just keeping that one reservation at Epcot in our example, going to Epcot whenever it opens, and then going to Magic Kingdom. The reason, if you wait till the last moment and try and switch that reservation, you may end up with no reservations at all on that day. So you're better off having the reservation, keeping the reservation, and then doing the park hopping when the time is right.
The next mistake not to make at Walt Disney World involves photos. Whether it's taken on your phone, on a camera, or through PhotoPass, photos at Walt Disney World capture the magic of your vacation that you're going to want to remember for years to come.
Photos really do capture the magic so well. And you don't have to use the PhotoPass service. You don't. You can use your phone. I've talked about it for years. It's nice to have PhotoPass, the memory maker, so you get all of those photos, especially the on-ride photos. But if you don't want it, it's not the end of the world. Just make sure you take the time to take the photos. Without taking them, the memories, we can still remember it, but it's easy to remember when you have that kind of touch point for your memory to say, oh yes, that's right, I remember this magical moment.
You can find PhotoPass photographers who have magic shots. You can even find some special locations to take photos with your favorite characters during certain times. And in some areas, very few around Disney, you can even find green screen photos to capture that memory. Next up, it's prioritizing the wrong attractions. Now, when I say this, that doesn't mean that there is any one wrong attraction. I'm talking about prioritizing the wrong attraction, right? So if I want to go and experience Pixar films, it's so great to see it right here, right by the exit of the Imagination Pavilion. That being said, I know that I can experience this attraction, this kind of show, anytime. I don't have to, do it right at opening. I don't have to wait till late in the evening to go and experience this show. This is great for a midday break. So make sure you prioritize the things that truly need that prioritization. Now, this may seem very simple to you. You may say to yourself, Michael, I know that I'm not supposed to prioritize this. I gotta go for Frozen Ever After. But did you know that Soarin', you can go first thing in the morning and it's gonna be relatively low crowds because everyone else is going to Frozen Ever After. So prioritize what needs to be prioritized and do your research like you're doing now.
Now, this is a really important point because let's go to the Magic Kingdom for another example. Let's pretend for a moment. You've been on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. You love it. Many will tell you that it's best to start your day with Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And if it's not right for you, then maybe you're not prioritizing the right attraction. Let's continue that point. If you're not going on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, it's a good idea to head to something else you really want to go on. Haunted Mansion, Space Mountain. Maybe you can get get them both done in a very short period of time while all the other guests are waiting in line for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. As long as you're prioritizing them in a way that makes sense for the crowds. Early in the morning or late in the evening is when the crowds are least intense at the parks. So you go on those, prime attractions first thing or late in the evening. Don't start your day with the Enchanted Tiki Room, which is still great, but you can go in the middle of the day with maybe a 5 or 10 minute wait. So just make sure you know which attractions get those high crowds during the middle of the day. Part of this research.
There's a mistake that we've heard for years, the same mistake. How could this keep happening? But it does. One of the big mistakes not to make on your Walt Disney World vacation is to come away saying,
Disney World only has burgers and fries and chicken nuggets.
let's set the record straight. Disney World does have chicken nuggets, burgers, fries, the standard food that you may love, and you absolutely may. There's no problem with loving those things. But there's so much more than that.
Please tell me I'm not the only one who has heard this. Your friend you talk to, I went to Disney and they say, oh, you just have chicken nuggets and burgers, and you're just like, no, they have amazing food. But that's okay. That's why we're talking about it here. Try the food at the resorts. If you don't know the ones in the parks, those reservations are tough to get, head to the resorts, give them a try. I've tried many on many of the vlogs. Give those a try. We've got a lot of favorites that are definitely worth going out of your way for, and usually don't take too much time out of your Disney day. If you're at Epcot Hollywood Studios, think about the Riviera. If you're at Magic Kingdom, think about the monorail resorts. Animal Kingdom, let me tell you, they got some great dining options inside the park. Yak and Yeti, just to name one.
Another common mistake not to make at Walt Disney World is to try and buy your tickets when you arrive. In my opinion, this is a mistake that can cost you a lot of time.
This one I think is more important than ever, just because the other day I was at the Transportation and Ticket Center. First thing in the morning, you're making your way towards Magic, it's opening. The lines for those ticket booths were extremely long, and this is not an uncommon occurrence. Think about it right now. You don't want to be waiting in those lines when you have that valuable Disney time. You want to be able to head right into the park. So get those tickets in advance. It's really easy to do. You can do it online. You can give them a call. Super easy. There are a lot of different methods to get tickets. Waiting at those ticket booths when you arrive, it's not worth it. It's better off get the tickets in advance.
Buying those tickets in advance allows you to book those park reservations that you are definitely going to need on your Walt Disney World vacation. In addition, you can link everyone's ticket together in advance. This might take some time on the app if you're relatively new to it. That way, you're able to do all of this kind of pre-prep in advance of your trip, not have to worry about it as you're trying to walk through Epcot or Magic Kingdom. Speaking of that one, let's talk about another mistake not to make. Not using the My Disney Experience mobile app. In today's day and age, having that app is more important than ever. Not only do we use it to order food and even merchandise from our phone, we check in for reservations, we do so much on the app. You can actually get your Rise the Resistance boarding group on the app. It's actually easier to get it on the app than it is to go through the computer. Now, it's true you can get a Rise the Resistance boarding group through the computer. You can, not saying that you can't, but having it is going to make your entire experience so much easier. It's just going to flow smoother having that app. Install it in advance, put all your tickets and reservations on it, use that app to make those reservations, and everything's going to be much, much smoother on your Walt Disney World vacation.
The My Disney Experience app is becoming more critical every day. Every single day, we need it more and more. Food orders, as I mentioned, the pictures. Just think about it. You can check wait times on your phone with the My Disney Experience app. The smaller things, directions. How do I get from here to there? You type it in, it will tell you how to get there, like how long it will take, where's the next ride. It's basically a map right here on your phone. Super simple. Download the app before you get here. It's worth it. It's just have it. Maybe you'll use it. You'll use it.
Let's face it, Florida gets super hot during the day, even in the evenings when the sun is set. It's still hot. Having that mask on during your trip is going to make it even more exhausting. So, middle of the day, sun's out, or even if you're just kind of tired, take those moments. This is something big. Take those moments inside air conditioning. One of the areas that I love exploring just during the day, just to relax. Hot day out there. Florida, it's hot. Inside the seas. Love the living seas and the amazing fish. Pretty sure I see something new every single time I come in here. A little tip. This is between you and me now. If you want to try and catch it, like when all the fish are out and about and really active, try like midday, like right around like the lunch hour. That's when they feed the fish too. I've caught it a few times. It's awesome.
I can tell you, even in early spring, wearing that mask in the middle of a hot Florida day is very intense, so taking those breaks are more important than ever. That way, even though you still have the mask on, you can be inside enjoying some of the AC. It's hot. Don't forget about those breaks.
Now, those are some of the mistakes you definitely don't want to make on your Walt Disney World vacation. If you learned something new, let me know in the comments below. And if you have any other tips, love to hear from you as well. Thanks so much for being a part of the magic with me today. It was so much fun sharing it all with you. Until next time, have a magical day.